With the recent release of the Season 6 trailer for Cobra Kai, today I'm going to stop and talk about my favourite scene from every season up to this point, excluding the fights because that could easily fill out this list. So no high school fight and no tournaments, instead it's going to be a scene between characters or a monologue, as I think those also impact this show, so let's go. Kicking it off first is easily my favourite episode from Season 1 titled Ace Degenerate, also known as the pilot of the series. Seeing the two main characters, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence, 34 years later, Daniel on his highest hopes having a successful business, while Johnny has hit rock bottom on his lowest days. A great way to open this series. I was instantly hooked as soon as I saw the first episode. Season 2 for me is a relatively easy one, as I believe every scene that came after this one, except for the high school fight, really didn't live up to these levels of hype. Johnny reuniting with his OG Cobra Kai boys, sitting around a campfire with Tommy exchanging stories in Season 2, Episode 6, Take a Right. This was just the most heartfelt moment in the entirety of Cobra Kai, in my opinion. Tommy, who doesn't have enough time left, giving advice to Johnny to find someone and settle down. I don't have enough words to do this scene justice. This is just a really good one. In terms of my favourite moment from Season 3, it was a bit of a coin toss, as the two I'm about to mention come from the exact same episode. Hawk getting revenge on his bullies, which I think is completely justified, was a very uncharacteristic move of Hawk up to that point, where I think it's justified what he's done. The way he beats Brooks to a bloody pulp is so satisfying to see. But ultimately for me, coming out of Season 3 is Episode 6, titled King Cobra. Johnny helping Miguel to stand and eventually walk is amazing. Seeing Johnny go from this kind of careless and heartless character to a full circle and well-rounded guy who genuinely has a soft spot for Miguel is amazing. And this is a very heartfelt moment between two main characters. Season 4 to me had some really great shining moments, which says a lot because this one was really hard for me to decide. You had great scenes such as Daniel training Anthony, unfortunately seeing what his son gets into. And then you see Daniel and Johnny have a mini match. Unfortunately, like I said, there are no fights included here. So I ended up going with Kreese trying to recruit Terry Silver back into Cobra Kai. Seeing how much Terry Silver has changed for the better at this point, we know eventually he does end up joining them. It's really nice to see a good dynamic between John Kreese and Terry Silver. And finally, rounding out Season 5 for me comes from Season 5, Episode 6. Kreese's prison therapy and the way he conveys himself towards every character who's impacted him positively or negatively is amazing. His unconditional love for his old girlfriend Betsy, the trauma he suffers from when remembering Captain Turner, a sense of betrayal and pure anger towards Terry Silver, the unfortunate regret for Tori, the huge amount of guilt for the way he's treated young Johnny in the past, and finally the possible sense of hope when seeing his younger self, young John Kreese. So in conclusion, let me know your theories, your thoughts. Do you think Season 6 will live up to the hype of the other 5? And I hope you enjoyed this video.